Welcome to Books in Sum, your go-to for bite-sized book summaries.
Emotional Blackmail by Susan Forward with Donna Frazier. The most important details in this book are the 6 key symptoms of emotional blackmail, how emotional blackmail works best in the fog, why certain character traits might make you more susceptible to blackmail, and how your points of pride might become weapons for your blackmailer. These symptoms can help us understand, detect, and resist the extortionists of the heart, and how to not partake in it. Additionally, emotional blackmail is hard to spot, but we can diagnose it. Anna and Artie were a couple seeing the author together for therapy. Artie wanted to move in with Anna, but Anna wasn't ready to live with him yet. This stage of emotional blackmail is marked by the symptoms of pressure and threats. And the final 2 symptoms of emotional blackmail are compliance and repetition. Fear is the fuel of emotional blackmail, and people prone to manipulative behavior are often driven by a powerful fear of abandonment. Margaret and Mark's story illustrates how the fog, fear, obligation, and guilt of emotional blackmail prevents us from seeing the actual state of our relationships. Mark blackmailed Margaret into staying with him by reminding her of how depressed she felt when she was single, and warning her that no other man would take her if they split. Obligation and guilt are blackmail weapons that can make us feel lost and helpless. When fear, obligation, and guilt are used to cross normal boundaries, it's emotional blackmail. A drive to find a fair solution means separating other conflicts from the emotional blackmail itself, and people who actively attempt to resolve conflicts will speak openly about what they want while taking into consideration their partner's feelings and desires. The story of Jack and Jill illustrates this, as Jack confessed to Jill that he'd been unfaithful, and she was upset and hurt. Jill and Jack faced a similar issue in their marriage after Jack admitted his infidelity, but Jill used the fact of Jack's infidelity as ammunition to get what she wanted later down the road. Rory used Ron's mistakes as ammunition when she wanted something from him, but the reasons for Ron's infidelity and the path to their reconciliation received no attention. Victims of emotional blackmail should not become enablers, as some people are more vulnerable due to a handful of traits such as the need for validation from others, difficulty with confrontation, low self-esteem, and a desire to save others. Elliot and Eve, an artist couple, faced this issue when Eve moved in with him early on in their relationship to save money. But Elliot was against the idea. Elliot verbally attacked Eve on the morning of her first class, making her doubt herself and drop the course. As we know, blackmail usually doesn't occur just once but becomes a cycle, making victims feel ashamed as their integrity and self-worth have been compromised. Eve, a victim of emotional blackmail, was overcome with self-loathing and was confused about her responsibility for Elliot's well-being. Elliot, the blackmailer, knew how to coerce Eve into compliance, leading to her giving in more readily each time. To avoid falling prey to emotional blackmail, victims should resist reaction to the blackmailer's provocations and be firm and buy themselves some time. They should also detach themselves from the situation and think about their emotional reactions to see if they exhibit blind spots or willful delusions. Finally, they should take the time to consider their response to a conflict and break down manipulative patterns in their relationship. Emotional blackmail can be ended by setting boundaries and speaking up. To do this, it is important to map out your partner's actions and reactions, recognize when boundaries have been crossed, and communicate your boundaries. The way you communicate with your partner is also important, so don't attack her or be offensive. The key message in this book is that there is no need to feel trapped and overwhelmed by your relationship. By learning to recognize the signs of emotional blackmail and its impact on your life, you can take steps to stand up for yourself, set boundaries, and create change in your relationship. Actionable advice include listening to your inner voice and watching for reactions of guilt and fear. It will take time to change your blackmailer's habits and your relationship, but improved communication, new boundaries, and careful reflection will help ensure that you're no longer the victim of emotional blackmail. It may also be time to walk away from the relationship if necessary.
We hope you found this summary helpful in your listening journey. If you're interested in diving deeper into the topic or getting your hands on the whole book, be sure to check the description below where we've included links to the book and other related products that may be useful to you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our latest book summaries. And feel free to leave a comment with any suggestions or requests for books you'd like us to cover. Thanks again for tuning in and happy listening.